Sudan's Darfur region was discussed Friday at the UN. The chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court at The Hague, Moreno-Ocampo, was briefing the UN Security Council on the case against Sudan's President Omar al-Bashir. Joining us from New York is VOA's UN correspondent, Margaret Besheer. How are you, Margaret? Prosecutor Ocampo told the UN Security Council that there are some positive developments in the case against President Bashir. Can you give us some insight into what are these positive developments?
Well, there were a few. He said, first of all, that there's been cooperation from other states and international organizations in isolating President Bashir. He's sort of being marginalized politically and among other leaders. For instance, he hasn't gone to meetings in South Africa or Uganda. Last month, he skipped a meeting in Turkey at the very last minute of the organization of the Islamic Conference. So he's starting to get a little nervous, perhaps, that he might get arrested in another country that, even if it isn't a party to the Rome Statute, might still respect the court's arrest warrants.
But
Another point.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Vincent, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, he made a couple of points. I'll just hit them quickly. He also pointed to the appearance at The Hague last month of Bahar Abu Garda, the head of the United Resistance Front. He's under indictment on the 2007 attack in Haskanita in North Darfur. You might recall that killed 12 peacekeepers. He came in and said he wasn't responsible for it. We're expecting confirmation of charges in about 2 months, Mr. Ocampo said. And the other point he mentioned quickly was that the high-level panel on Darfur has been, their work has been very helpful. And you might recall that panel is headed by Thabo Mbeki, the former president of South Africa.
Okay, now let's go to the negative developments. You talked about frustration because of them. What are they?
Yeah, certainly there's some negatives. First of all, the government of Sudan hasn't cooperated with the arrest warrant. But I think it's sort of a tricky thing because you're asking the government of Sudan to arrest the head of state. So I don't know how much cooperation he really could have realistically expected on that. But he is saying that it is a problem. Also, the government hasn't implemented the arrest warrant against 2 other Sudanese officials, Ahmed Haroun and Mr. Kshayeb. Those 2 also have charges of war crimes and crimes against humanity pending against them, and they are still at large. And the other point he made is that crimes are continuing to be committed in Darfur. Aerial bombings, rapes, attacks on civilians and peacekeepers, as we saw just in the last couple of days.
Thank you very much, Margaret, for spending some time with us to give us some insight into that development at the UN. Thank you.